My beautiful stars, reading time. We had a whole big package come yesterday of like 10 of these new decks. You know the Unspoken Oracle, the Divine Moon Empress on Etsy. So we got a whole heap of her decks. Now this Spiritual Love Oracle, this is volume 2. I got volume 1, 2 and 3, but the imagery on this one was calling me. It's like two people's bodies colliding through just waves. They're enmeshed with waves. So we're going to go for this one first. I haven't used it yet, but let's see how we connect to it. Let's see what comes out here, and then we'll see what to get next. All right, beautiful main collective. Gratitude. You could be focusing on gratitude right now, being appreciative of the things that you have, really living in the moment. Okay, main collective. I'm being fussy. Oh. I'm normally like to start with 5, but I'm focusing on this. This too nice, letting people walk all over you. You could be a collective. Unfortunately, right now you have some people in your life you really believe kind of mistake your kindness for weakness here. This says good vibes only. There's something right, collective. Again, this is your main focus today. You're reflecting on certain people that maybe taking advantage of your kindness a little bit, or you're viewing a situation that maybe you've been too accepting and a little bit too kind, which is making me feel this collective, whatever this situation is. Again, you're feeling undervalued here. This says scared. Have I lost you? Is it too late? Oh, but baggage. You're trying to unpack your emotion. Okay, clearly you're in deep reflection. I'm not going to lie, seeing this here, I feel this collective, maybe you've spoken up for yourself. This scared, have I lost you? This could be a little bit of energy in you, but because you're reflecting on this, I think you're finding strength, right? Clearly this situation has created a lot of emotional baggage for you. Why am I actually seeing someone packing right now? Are you going on a holiday or moving? Like I'm actually seeing someone packing in my mind. This, you could be questioning if maybe certain boundaries that you've put up, someone's in reflection of. But clearly there could be a part of you, especially because it's a main focus. I wouldn't say scared that you've lost someone, but this seems like you're in deeper reflection of a certain connection here, right? Like these two, this collective, you seem to be quite aware that this is a very heavy energy that you're connected to. Definitely unpacking emotion, especially maybe past things that you would excuse quite often. This scared card, it's just seems like a mess of darkness, right? There's no actual imagery here. It's just, I feel there's a lot of hidden emotion. Definitely things have not been illuminated for this collective. Triggered. Maybe it was a lack of emotional response, right? Or again, if you've had someone just constantly sipping out of your cup and you've had someone unfortunately mistaking your kindness for weakness, and you feel a little bit taken advantage of in that department, maybe you did lose your banana here. Maybe you did. I always say we can only repress for so long, and this is why I tell you guys you need to have transparent communication. People that kind of can get triggered but they subside it, it's not going anywhere. You literally repress to a state of explosion. It just starts to accumulate it. I resonate it with like a kettle boiling, right? And then when it's about to go off, steam. This triggered here, this collective, you need space. Maybe you're shocking yourself a little bit here. If you've let someone do this to you time and time again, and now you're putting distance between you and somebody else that unfortunately does this to you, maybe this is where you're starting to unpack things in more of a logical way. This collective, you know you need space from this situation. Don't make it fit. Which means even if you got triggered, you've put up a boundary here. This says physical and energetic space. Maybe you've even been really cleansing, protecting your energy right now. Okay. I just want one more for this triggered card. I'm seeing her. See how she's got the fire behind her, but she's literally like, oh! It's like, you know when you're just speaking to someone and they just don't get it, right? We talk about standing in your perspective of certain things, and when you're going back and forth with someone who has their own perspective on things and neither of you are coming down from the truth that you're holding within, it can just get so frustrating. And it literally is just something that keeps going around. The roundabout can become quite combative. And I feel this collective, like I'm staring at that. There's just this frustration. It's like you're dealing with someone you just believe does not get it, right? No matter how you try and word things, no matter your kindness, no matter if it's like they just banging your head against a wall. Oh. And this could also be triggering you. This says chemistry. So even though you know you're not being treated right, it's like, and again, frustrated. Why do I still care? Why do I care? I'm being called to give advice. Anyone that watches me regularly, you know why I'm going to say you still care, right? Something to do with your inner wounding that is still drawn to the chaos of this, right? But I'll save my commentary for a little bit. Let's just see your main focus. Too nice. Outdated beliefs. You are starting to reevaluate things. And it's funny, I always say I always have a theme throughout the week, but we've had a theme here for the last couple weeks of people that are really giving people that tend to sacrifice their needs and wants, people that lead with kindness. It's such a beautiful thing, and it's not something that should be changed. But you guys, more than anyone, need to really know boundaries and who aligns with you and who doesn't. And I find you guys have such a big, tough life lesson with this. I always say until we learn, until we understand our shadow, why we're drawn to things that we're drawn to, as our cycles and the years go on, right, different meat suits, different people may come in, but they embody the same lesson, right, to teach us, to become self-aware. And every time we go through a cycle and we don't learn those lessons, the people that come in, they take more advantage, they take more. So you start to realize this isn't a bad quality, it's actually a beautiful quality, a quality I should be proud of, but I have to be selective of the company I keep. So it's understanding who aligns with you sooner rather than later. And the universe shows you, as soon as people come into your life, they show you right off the bat if they align to you, your core values, the person that you are. But unfortunately, when there's chemistry, when there's spark, when there's attraction, those little red flags, orange flags that we're getting at the start, we blind ourselves to, because we feel that magnetic pull, right? But right off the bat, if someone is not this, they will show. Let it be through conversation. You're always willing to listen and help and provide, or in conversations you're dealing with people that are always just self-focused, going back to them. Let it be when it comes to external finances. You're always the one that is willing to pay, or you get it straight off the bat if someone has that kindness like you, right? That is as much aware of your presence and your emotion as you are theirs. But again, when we ignore these little things, it starts to build resentment. And I always say we don't know when we're building resentment, but then we become this kettle. There's only so much we can let someone take emotionally, financially, whatever it is, from us before we chemistry or not. Doesn't mean you're a bad person and you need to heal this quality. Maybe if you're highly reactive, yes, but it comes down to who do you accept in your life. You can't change that you're a self-sacrificer, right? So if you don't want to get triggered, you don't want to go like this, cut out these people sooner rather than later. But there's something here you're now reflecting, and I hope you're not being hard on yourself. Again, you shouldn't change this about you. Just be selective of who you allow in. And I think now, unfortunately, no wonder you need space. You've gotten to a point with this connection. It's like you don't want to put that kindness on the table anymore, and that would be hard for you as a person, especially if this is who you are at the core. Okay, you're scared. Have I lost you? I think that's this connected person. There could be a bit of you. Or maybe you're thinking about this. Maybe you're thinking, has this person finally understood your boundary here? Avoiding. I think that's, again, it's in the dark. Avoiding conversations. Look at all the post-it notes. Like, I think there's so much internal emotion, but this collective, you yourself have a lot of internal emotion here. I feel this is more connected to you, right? But even yourself, when it comes to this thought, is it too, like, you're not even wanting to deal with that thought pattern. One more for that. Okay, eyes. You could have beautiful amber colored eyes like that, or this person could, but you want the sparkle back in your eye. This says you have beautiful eyes, so maybe this person, yourself, eyes are a prominent feature about them, you. They've complimented you on this before. But I'm seeing the color of that eye. One more. In the feelings. It's funny because this collective, I think you're in feelings of frustration. Unless it's you really, like, she's crying, right? I'm feeling a bit of you and connected energy in this. I will break this reading down. But right now, because the main collective, you are focusing on your kindness being mistaken for weakness, all of the emotional baggage this has created. You're triggered with this last conversation. You're triggered with why you still feel chemistry and a pull to this person. The right collective, you're choosing, you know you need space from this, right? You know you do. You're reflecting on why am I so kind here? Like, why do I keep letting this person take advantage of me? This rose just sticking out, right? Okay, so it's funny. I always say this, not your usual type. I always say true soul connections, they're not your usual type. They're not your usual type. It's not someone that you would normally go for. Don't make this fit, because this is part of what you're unpacking. There's something here about this person connected to you. They were not your usual type. Maybe that's why you really felt that would flourish, that would grow. Maybe you thought you were really starting to break the mold here, right? There's something you're unpacking about this person's not someone you would normally be drawn to. I want one more for this. And maybe I am hearing this, maybe part of you, because again, I think this collective, you're trying to find all the reasons to stay away from this right now. Maybe this is part of it. You're really like more surface level, thinking about just little details you wouldn't before, how they look or how they move in life, how they like, there's something here. You're not just thinking about the actions, but the right collective. Don't make it fit. You're having moments of even this person, the appearance of them, and again, internal things, internal values, the way they act and move in society, right? One more for that. Oh, that's a dating app picture. You could have met this person, the swiping. Maybe you met them online as well. One more. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. I feel with this, I don't know where to start, how to begin. I got no idea. I feel this collective. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. I don't know why I just started laughing. It's like, okay, and this would make sense with why you're triggered over the chemistry. It's like moments you find strength, and then you're dissecting, and then you're like, no, but then there's moments of a pull, and then you're like, I think you're just losing it in the mind a little bit here. The more you, which this makes sense with this, I need space, I need to distance myself from this. And the very first, the gratitude at the bottom of the deck, I feel the right collective, you're really just trying to clear this out with strength and focus on your day ahead, right? Speaking to the source, speaking to your spirit team, whoever you pray to, showing gratitude and optimism for the things that you're sitting in, right? The appreciation for what you have. You're really trying to live in the now, right? You could think this person, you, even though not your usual type, there's clearly a high attraction to this person. But as well, I'm seeing this as you. If you were truly this person we were describing, when anyone can take you out of that, I always tell you guys, it's like you feel guilty, you feel yucky about the way you've responded. And I'm more seeing this as you're trying to tap back into your kindness in the heart, but it's like this collective, you just know you can't put kindness on the table here once again, right? Because every time you do put kindness here, it just for you feels like you're being taken advantage of. And again, remember I said it's like you think you're just banging your head against a wall anyway. But I do think you have a high attraction to this person. And if they're not your usual type, this would make sense with why you're actually reflecting on appearance. And right, I know that sounds very surface level and what's the word? Shallow. But again, I'm tapping into the right collective's energy. These are the details about don't make it fit. There's been some point today or last night you have been going over these little irrelevant details that you normally wouldn't. And clearly for this collective, it's because you're trying to push this away. Oh, the intimate thoughts. You don't like it. You don't like how much your brain is focused here. And you could be having a bit of, I've had a few collectives with a lot of sacral activation as well. One more. But I am hearing this as well, if there has been any form of, especially if you're really kind and you're emotionally open and they can approach you more kind of intimately, like Knight of Wands, lustful energy, maybe that's another reason you're like, ah. And again, it would make sense with why you're going over not just like more physical chemistry, how it triggers you. All right, one more girl. Oh, this is sad. You feel foolish. Mental health. Okay, biggest thing I'm feeling from this collective, and I just want to make it clear because I do have, this seems like a collective you're really finding strength over your emotion, but the way you're dissecting your mind, I think you're coming in and out of points of frustration, especially with the things that you've excused, right? This foolish, I was seeing my Queen of Cups in reverse. You're feeling a little bit gullible to this whole thing. So when you start to go into deep thoughts of, unfortunately, how much this has emotionally drained you, you're trying to be very logical and practical to reclaim your power, right? It's not that this isn't on your mind, but you have a real, like, you're not a collective that's sitting there longing, when are they gonna this, when are they, like, this collective, you're sick of that, right? You're like, no. It's not that it's not coming over you, but when it's coming over you, you're doing your very best to put space into the energy of, even emotional energy, into you and this situation, right? Physically as well, you are choosing space. There is something for the right collective. There's clearly been some form of interaction, your last point with this person, where you, enough's enough, you put your foot down, right? But I feel, and I will confirm, this here in the feeling, scared if they've lost you, reflecting on maybe even the moment that they met you, right? But avoiding the conversation. I'm not gonna lie, I feel you can feel a little bit of energetic interference here, and I always say the brain's a funny thing. When someone's in our energetical tent, our brain, everything they're feeling, right, our brain is registering it for our own, right? And I say this for my divines all the time. So you, collective, may be mistaking this for you, but you, in all of this need space, but frustrated, what are you putting into their energy? This. Just how you can feel the overwhelm from them, you would be able to feel the overwhelm of frustration as well. And this is why, and I know it's hard, this is why I say just let go with grace, focus on that gratitude, focus on your day at hand. You guys could really be reflecting a bit of, I don't want to say fear, but it just seems very detailed, the right collective's mind. Okay, before we keep going, I do want to get, got these little animal cards too. How cute. These are called The Baby Says, Spirit Baby Messages, the Animal Edition. Same place, Divine Moon Empress. At the bottom, Beetle. It isn't worth losing your self-worth when you're trying to please others in hopes of being accepted. Just be unapologetically you. You should never walk on eggshells for someone. Alright, let's just get you three. Oh, you got the starfish. I saw the starfish in that animal. Hypnotic. What does this one say? Doing things in your own unique way, no matter how strange it may seem to others, will always work best for you. Again, standing in your authentic power. If someone cannot appreciate your kindness and the beautiful person you are, that's their loss, right? When we have to change who we are to align with someone else, like this collective, you don't want to put your kindness on the table anymore, right? So what's that doing? It's taking away one of your biggest strengths within your soul. That's probably your connection to humanity, your kind heart, your sensitive heart. And you have to put that away behind a mask, either just to, I don't want to say play games, but, you know, it's like you can't be your kind heart because you feel like you're taken advantage of. So you have to be triggered or you have to be this just to get them to understand. Wrong. They're putting a mask over your beautiful soul. And this is why I said at the start, it is not a quality to change in you, but you need to know who aligns with your authentic self, because your kindness should never be hidden, right? We talk about mask behavior all the time. And that is the perfect example. Changing who we are at the core to align with someone else. Starfish. Oh, the little hippo. Sorry, I haven't used this. How cute's that picture? The little baby hippo sleeping. Don't stay stagnant or give up when things seem difficult or you reach a certain block. Nothing happens if you don't try. Commit to it and stop stalling. But I'm seeing this for self. You do feel very emotionally blocked right now. It's really hard, and we've been talking about all the cosmic shifts right now. Out of all of those cards, I keep going back to that gratitude card at the bottom. And this collective, just when we're in an emotional surcharge, I promise you now, in 2-3 days, right, maybe even a little bit less, this is going to subside. It may feel very frustrating right now, but these are the moments you choose self. So instead of focusing out, instead of doom scrolling, instead of watching readings, whatever it is, choose you. Go for a walk, start a creative outlet, start to paint, start to crochet. Those moments, you know that your brain is tunnel visioning on something you cannot control, because this is out of your hands right now. And I always say, what is out of your hands should be out of your mind and heart. But what is in your hands? Your day ahead. What you can do to make this day better. Go for a coffee with a friend. Pick up the phone. Call a friend, right? Family member, whatever it is, just have strength. Don't get lost in the thought pattern. Clear it out. Don't give up on self right now. The orca. I love killer whales. When I was little, I used to draw these everywhere. I used to draw orcas and eyeballs, like eyes. I used to draw them everywhere. I don't know why I'm telling you guys this. Maybe you were the same. You have the strength and perseverance to stay on course with accomplishing your goals. You will be shown the way. But again, with what we just said, it's not even goals, but just focusing on self. These are the moments you put sparkle back in your soul and fill up your cup too. Those moments that we're just in the mind and we're choosing self over in the mind, it grows us, because they're the moments you don't want to choose self. But I always say the moments you don't want to choose self, where you're like, oh, I can't be bothered, or that's too much effort. It's those moments, little shadow trying to stop you from choosing self. It's those moments that, no, you pick yourself up and do it. It starts to fill up your cup, right? What do we always say? I'm being called to say it for you guys. They say 21 days to create a habit. I say 66 days to imprint a habit. Go down to the shop, get yourself a cheap little whiteboard, write 66 days. And every day, just focus on that day ahead. Every day, make sure you're choosing yourself in the moments you don't want to. With anything, just don't be avoiding self. Daily tasks, organization, cleaning, whatever it is, have a little daily list that you want to do. And every day you tick off that list. As humans, the human vessel, we love to feel accomplished, right? We love to succeed. So every day you're just focusing on you. Go cross out each day by day. 66 days of choosing self, right? Watch how it changes your mind frame. Watch how it changes your life. You've got the strength to do anything you put your mind to. But when your mind is in the wrong avenue, look what it can do. This collective, you're clearly very observant, because I was seeing someone picking up details that not normal people would be picking up to try and remove someone out of their energy, right? instead of focusing on the negativity, because that's what this person's doing right now. And if there is a chance that this is some form of, we'll have to get more decks, you're just truly ricocheting negativity right now. Important initials, S, H, and O could be important as well. I want one more. I only wanted 3, but I want one more. Little rabbit. The parrot. This reminds me of our beautiful blossom tree just out at the front door. We have hundreds of rainbow lorikeets. Be mindful of who you tell your business to right now as well. Parrots repeat everything. And that's another thing when, this is important. When we're going through an overwhelm like this collective's going through, sometimes, I know I said call a friend or call a family member, but unfortunately, anyone that watches me, you're on a path of spiritual development or internal healing, but not many people in this world are on the same path, right? And that's not their fault. But people that are truly going within and starting to heal, become self-aware, understanding cycles, and then you're conversing with someone that's not on that path, and that's their path, right? But is a little bit more blocked, or a little bit more 85% beliefs is, oh, they're this, they're that, why do you bother, blah, 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 right? When you are speaking to someone in a highly charged emotion that just doesn't get it, it actually, coming out of that conversation can make you feel more drained, right? This is another reason sometimes it's better to find that emotional center without outside influence and advice, to come into that clear perspective, because there's always a lesson in it. I always say whenever we're overthinking, there's a lesson for self. But when we're relaying it and people are advising it, it's taking the lesson away, because 9 times out of 10, especially if you are turning to family and friends, they just want the best for you. So they're going to confirm or give you, they're going to validate what you're feeling, and they're going to give you words to make you think that you're in the right. And I'm not saying that you're not, but it takes the lesson away, because just like you're blaming and frustrated, they're blaming and frustrated for you too, right? Right, collective, you'll know what I'm saying. Just right now, for this to come out, and this could be about other things as well in your life. If you've got things in the pipeline, or I'm seeing that cloak of invisibility, maybe you're being called right now to just keep some things internally. Oh, the otter, that just reminded me of our Kelly. She loves them. Your soul partner is missing you and wishing to reunite. Oh, with the stingray backbone. Everything you were working so hard for is coming into place. Okay. Again, broken record. What's going on cosmically right now? It makes sense. You're reflecting on things like this. You're finding inner strength. Don't let your emotion overwhelm you. Okay, let's actually get cosmic energy. All right, yellow card's you. Actually, you know what we're going to do? Because red cards are normally connected energy, but I actually want to see yellow and red for you, yellow and red for this connected energy, because you can see you've got some internal blocks yourself here. I did get this deck. I was on the fence if I would use it today. We'll see how this goes. This is on the same website. This is the volume 2, the journey to the divine masculine. So this isn't just it's the journey. Let's see if this person is progressing at all. Okay. I always say no activation, no. Let's see how this goes first. Okay, main collective. Oh, that's good. So you really are finding sense. Path of triumph. You got the heart's compass. So you're more centered than you know. 57, 5th of July could be an important date coming up, or the 7th of May. Follow your true inner guidance, your inner not external guidance right now, your internal, right? You'll find a lesson out of what you're feeling. Give it a couple days. The answers you see, this says let your heart lead the way. Well, right now you're letting your mind lead the way. The answers you seek are within you. Trust your intuition to guide you to the right path. Your heart knows the way to your greatest success. You're on a path of triumph right now. Every step you take is leading to your success. You're walking the path of victory, and you may not even know it because you feel like you got a little storm cloud over you. Trust your path is leading you to a place of victory. Your persistence, so that little orca, your persistence and hard work are paying off. So continue with confidence, especially confidence in self. Don't ever question yourself. Oh my God! You got 3 yellow cards. That's good. The spark. Okay, igniting the fire of your passion. There's a reason we say everything. I honestly, as silly as it sounds, your key, and you know it because you're focusing on gratitude. As soon as your mind starts to tunnel vision, go do something for yourself. Go do something that ignites that spark for self, right? This situation, I'm about to get this person's card, just clear it out, clear out the negativity. Ignite the fire of your passion. Passion will drive your success. 7th of the 9th, 9th of the 7th. Allow your passion to be the flame that lights your path. It'll carry you through the toughest times and lead you to unimaginable success. Beautiful. You literally got 3 yellow cards. So you're not even that blocked, but just don't deceive yourself, right? I do want one more for you guys. Oh my God, you got another one. The golden heart, you've got something coming. Release. This is why it's so important you take control of your mind right now, right? There's a reason you're focusing. So the main things you're focusing on is not letting people take advantage of your kindness. You're going over emotional baggage. You're choosing to put space between you and whatever's triggering. You're learning a very good lesson. Even look back a few months ago. The right collective, you'd be handling something completely different. You've got all yellow here. So even though it feels very heavy and a little bit negative, maybe this was a big lesson for you. Maybe you're really starting to protect that beautiful, again, 6 of Pentacles kind of energy. You've got a golden harvest. You're learning this lesson not just because of this person, it's for what comes next, right? Reap the rewards of your labor. Your hard work will pay off soon in a very bountiful way. Be patient. The seeds you've planted will soon bear fruit. Stay grounded and the rewards will come naturally. This is why it's so important. Out of everything we've said so far, the 66 days. Out of everything we've said so far, because it's this. It's your flame of center and passion, creative mind, choosing self, your cup, right? And every time, I don't know... I'm being called to say this every night before I go to bed, and this helps me be present. I always have a little talk to myself. Was I proud of who I was today, my accomplishments? And every night when I see my little list with all of my ticks, like I feel good, right? It just makes you feel good. It does. It ignites this flame for self. This is really good energy. You're bringing in a harvest right now. 3rd of the 8th, 8th of the 3rd. I want to get one more. I'm surprised you do. The shadow cloak. Remember I said that keep things hidden. Don't be getting advice from within. Okay. Hide your intentions from prying eyes right now. One more for you guys. Your heart is really finding center. We've just got to get you out of your overthinking. And this is your key. Oh, stop it. It's the inner flame. That's your key. 8th of the 1st, igniting your inner drive again for self. Your determination is your greatest strength. So just choose self every day. Let your inner fire guide you through moments of doubt. Keep the flame of motivation alive. It will light the way towards your dreams. As we said, that's your key. With everything we've already said, your key is just choosing self. Go buy yourself a little whiteboard. Or if you've got one of those calendars, just start crossing off, right? Do your little daily list. This is powerful. I'm going to keep it at 5. Beautiful. Number of transformation. Okay. All right, person connected to you. Why am I feeling like I just need to, I'm gonna get some, can you hear that crackling? Just listen, Palo. Okay. Person connected to you. Oh, of course I get a red card straight away. Oh, that's doesn't normally happen with my bowl's on fire. Oh, they're in 9 of, so it is them. I felt them in that scared. I see this endless nights as my 9 of swords. I feel in the dark. They can't see properly right now. And remember, I said this is another reason. This is something destined to be coming through. This is why you need to... Right now, I don't want to say there's anger in your heart, but one of the biggest things that you don't want to put your kindness on the table anymore because you're sick of feeling taken advantage of. I get it. But that's coming from a place of a bit of harbored resentment. And I always say this, and this shouldn't trigger this collective. We get to that point because we've endured and we've let someone take advantage of us time and time again. And again, it's because of our broken self, something we need to heal. So we do walk through that fire of self-decision to continuously excuse it. And now you've gotten to a point, you've learnt your lesson, right? Phoenix. But underneath learning the lesson, instead of just walking away with grace, empowered empath, right? There's frustration, there's anger, right? And I do believe you need space. You need space to, and again, there's something here about when you start choosing yourself and you find the center, you'll come into that compromised kind of outlook within. But because of the, and you going over all these little details, just how they're impacting you with thought, you're impacting them. They're unable to see the opportunities around them right now. I think this person's being very hard on themselves, and part of this collective's mind frame, the right collective, there's very remember I said it's like you're even dissecting them, right? So if this person struggles with any kind of body dysmorphia, face dysmorphia, like, I know there's a huge chemistry and passion, but I feel because I've never felt that in a reading. That's an important detail. If you are picking this person apart a little bit in your mind, they'd be picking themselves apart too. False dawn. They think they're sitting in false hope. Oh, all yellow. Red. Just saying, the blackout curse. Their light is being blocked right now. Their efforts to shine in this situation are being diminished internally. It's making them lack confidence, right? 6 of the 1st, 1st of the 6th. Good. about manifestation flame, but they need power of mind to be able to call this in, right? They need to focus on what they deserve. This is what they desire. I said deserve, but how can they focus on what they desire they deserve with this? Because their light is blocked right now. It's like this is trying to activate in them. So the more you focus just on you, filling up your cup, that's what you deserve. It's not about what you deserve out of this connection, but for self. Because it kind of makes sense. Your main focus, I deserve better, I deserve this. Well, do better for yourself. Just do better for yourself. Because you're right, you do deserve better. But if you just learn that lesson by choosing yourself every day, filling up your cup every day, you are giving yourself better. It takes away the external. And this is what we talk about healing. Whenever we're blaming, go within. You're right, this situation should be treating you better. But when you can fill up your cup the right way, treat yourself better so you're not drawn to people that don't treat you the right way, that's when you learn the lesson. It's a little bit like we said in yesterday's collective. And that collective broke my heart. It was the self-acceptance, but of their magical self. They kept being drawn to someone that didn't completely accept them for who they were, because they still didn't accept themselves. They say this about manifestation. I've got a different view on manifestations. Anyone that watches me or is an OG, there are glowing threads. It's faded energy, right? I just think powerful people underneath all this, it's clairvoyance. When you are focusing on manifesting, you just know it's coming for you, right? But anyway, they say to live in it as if you've got it, right? Live in the manifestation as if you've already claimed it. And that's the perfect advice for you. You want someone to treat, just start doing it for yourself. You want to be living a life of whatever, do it for yourself. You want to be happy, focus on the things that make you happy every day. It makes me really sad when I hear people and they say, oh, I don't have a hobby, everybody in this world was born with a creative mind. We were look at how this was created. We all have the creator within us. Everyone should have some form of creative outlet. It's what starts to activate that sparkle and flame, whatever it may be. Your key, this collective, it's your 66 days of choosing self. Clear it out. I'm glad they got that. Number 5. I'm going to 5 each for you. And isn't it funny? Because this treasure chest, as we're talking about flame, what ignites their treasure chest? Their flame. And this person, they don't seem to know what their flame is right now. Blinding light. Oh my God! This is good. They have the potential to tap into endless abundance too. They're trying to remove their blocks. So they're in and out. I feel this person tries to stay in positive, and then it's like they're fighting their shadow self, right? Number 25, 25th of May could be important, or 255. You could be watching this at 2:55. Remember, the universe's resources are limitless. The power of mind. We create our reality. What we think and focus on, we will create. Know that there's always enough. Tap into your own abundant energy. And I always say external abundance, external topping starts from internal abundance, center of the soul. And see how the universe will start to support you. So they're being encouraged to start focusing on themselves as well. One more for them. They're just in fog. They're in fog. But they've got magnet of success around them. 2 more. Celestial, but the illusions. Okay, this is sad. So celestial alignment, the cosmos, there'd be a lot of things happening in this person's chart right now. They're trying to align them, right? The universe supports your every move. The stars are trying to align with this person. Now this is where they clearly now feel blacked out. They feel like they're all over the place. They're losing sleep. I don't like this card. Whenever I see this card in a connected energy, it can make me spicy. So this person did feel like they had control over this situation. But let's go back to this collective. How much have you endured through? How much have you excused? No matter what behavior was here, no matter how much you felt taken advantage of, how long you felt unheard, banging your head against a wall, you kept enduring, right? So unfortunately, we enabled this person to what? Feel like they were in control. Feel like it was on their time. Feel like whenever they came into your energy, you were accepting. And now this collective, and I felt it, it's like seemingly this is you're like, no, I'm not doing it no more. So of course, this is what's creating their confusion. But we need to tweak it. They're very surface level, just thinking about you, scared, have I lost you? They're so emotional, but I'm going to avoid this, right? They could have a bit of rejection trauma. It's their pride getting affected. So whatever's happened here in this last point, you've now made this person realize they're not in control of this situation anymore. So what's happened? You've planted a seed of change. So what does that mean? Whatever comes next with this person, don't you fall back on your boundary. Choose yourself. But until you can choose your graceful, kind self and be willing, right? Because right now, no kindness on the table, right? You're solidifying your boundary. They know in their mind, they know that their behavior does not work with you no more. But normally people that are broken, they'll still try and test that boundary a couple times first to see, will they bring that, will they not here, they're not intentionally trying to manipulate, right? But if this person subconsciously has felt in control with this the whole time, probably have a couple little more interactions here of this person trying to test this. There's a reason I'm hearing this. They're not a bad person, but they do feel like a bit of a lost soul, right? And it's funny, we got 5 for you, 6 came for them. Horn, they could be a life path 6. They could be in a personal year 6. You could be in a personal year 5. That could be your or relationship planet could come to a 6 or a 5. Relationship planet. So your life path, their life path together as a single digit, right? If it comes to 1, you're ruled by the sun. If it comes to 2, you're ruled by the moon. Anything else, your other planets. Okay. Hold on. I want to get these quickly. Actually, we're going to get, first let's see these for them. I'm going to get them some animal cards. I'm being called to get you both the High Priestess card. Let's see how this goes first. So again, this is called The Journey to the Divine. The Journey to the Divine Masculine. The 2nd edition by Divine Moon Empress. Let's see where they are on their journey. I'm sure because they're not going to be all positive. Let's see. Because it's the journey. All right, where's this person currently? Oh, signs. Look, maybe stalemate. So they're in stalemate, right? And it's true, they are. So they're feeling all that, but they're avoiding, right? They're like, stuck and stagnant. I don't want to say no growth or development, not with these here, but I do think they're stuck and stagnant. They're at a crossroads though. So this is everything we say is don't focus on them, good or bad. Don't have them in your mind. Every time they're coming over you, what do you need to do? Focus on self. That is I'm telling you right now, your biggest message is collective. Don't give this person space up here, because right now you have resentment, you have frustration. So it's just going to come in and out of waves. Sadness, oh, but this, oh, but the chemistry, oh, but just don't focus on it. Don't trust in the universe. What is meant to be will be, right? And like I said, everything I say is for a reason. Even though this is in this person's end, you're going to be tested with your boundaries a couple times because you're learning a valuable lesson of who aligns and who doesn't, right? They need to learn a valuable lesson of, unfortunately, this terrible behavior. But they're at a crossroads. They're in indecision, but they know they need to make an important decision. This says a life decision, right? but they're not seeing it correctly. Because this collective, I know you've got beautiful cards. Fill up your cup, because they don't see their cup. They don't see who they are, right? Abandonment, doubt, look at them. So can I tell you something? When I was splitting those cards before, they were all really good cards. And I'm like, I'm sure these aren't all good cards, because it's the development to the divine masculine, right? They're in doubt. They're in chains. Feeling uncertain about this relationship with their divine feminine. I'm honestly, I'm hearing not good enough. I want to get some of those. But the thing is, because look at what this collective's focusing on, that they're not good enough. But the thing is, you're right, they're not, but you don't need to focus there. You just need to know, I deserve better. This is why I don't think their little face in your mind is just accelerating doubt and stuck energy for them. They can feel it in them that you were like, ugh, right? Like you can feel in them their sadness, their endless nights, but you feel it and you're like, ugh, right? Stalemate. Oh, this is good. Are they there? Oh, there's third party too. So advice, opinion. So this is why you have a lesson as well. Remember you and the parrot energy. Keep your energy, your thoughts sacred right now, because this could be a lesson they need to learn. They always get influenced by others. And remember how I said to you, 9 times out of 10, people will just validate you and it takes the lesson away. You no longer go within and find the lesson because you're being validated for how you're feeling, right? So I don't want to say feeling harmonious with masculine and feminine energy, let's be real, but there's something coming into balance with stalemate energy. But this third party, right, doesn't need to be, it could be anyone, family, friends, work colleagues, responsibilities, it could be love, it could be anyone, right? There is something here. I just heard 2 things. I actually did just see 2 things. I do think there's an energy that keeps them out of balance, but I am hearing as well, maybe there's someone in their life, more mentor, therapist, like giving them a different perspective, right? I did hear that. This is someone who is actively trying to disrupt or put negative influence in the divine masculine's way. So dramatic. I'm feeling a bit of both. But even if there is someone that is doing this, I don't even think it's intentional. Remember how we explained for you, some people, they're just not on the path of healing and self-discovery and self-awareness, so they can give some rubbish advice, right? Not intentionally, just unaware. Crossroads. This is good. They know to go this way, they need to stand on it and fight for it. So, but then the doubt and intimidation. Do you even want them? They're not going to back down from their words. And it could be the opposite. It could be that's their crossroads. Do I just stay in my silence? Do I stay in this, or do I fight for this? I felt fight for it straight away. Overindulgence, but of the mind. But even behavior. Maybe they know to be by your side. A lot of things need to shift. Lessons of change and balance. Overeating, greed, overdrinking. I can't say that word. I can't say it. Spending beyond their means. I'm seeing that 9 of Cups in reverse. So part of their crossroads, I think, is some of their behaviors that, again, maybe don't align with you. But I always say, when someone's in your energy, especially like this, have you been fallen off the bandwagon a little bit? Have you been overspending? Have you been a little bit self-indulgent? Have you been a collective that's been on a path of sobriety and all of a sudden you're getting tempted to have a little cheeky glass of wine? Or like it would be impacting you in more ways than just thought, right? So anytime something, if they need to work on their self-indulgence, mental discipline, willpower, most important message for this collective, 66 days of choosing self. If that can impact you, what do you think you choosing self for 66 days is going to do? Impact them, right? I think part of the fear to come in and fight for this, are they ready? Are they ready to? Sad. One more for that. Their worthiness. So they desensitize. Are they worthy enough to stand by your side? From self-doubt to worthiness. And this collective, you're picking this person apart in your mind. It's a bit sad. Do I feel deserving of respect and love, right? Not that they are here, I don't deserve, but subconsciously, if they overindulge and desensitize, there's a part of them that doesn't feel worthy for the right kind of love, so they self-sabotage. They'd rather keep themselves in environments they feel they have control over. Doubt. Soul searching. We love it. So through the, and you can see it here. They are, but they're coming in and out too much. So ask yourself, although your cards are like magic, consciously considering their own motives and values. We love that. They could struggle with trust issues. You could struggle with trust issues. I just want to get a couple of these for them. Again, I haven't used them all, but rewind, replaying all the conversations, replaying all the conversations in their head. Okay. Drained. You're drained too. I knew it. I knew that row was them. They're in their feelings. They're scared. Right? I knew it. They're feeling drained. They're feeling overwhelmed. Oh, your scent. Oh, that could have brought up a memory. Maybe you wear a specific scent and they walk past someone and they smelt you. I always say scent, even music, it just can take you to places and memories. But even your natural smell, right? But this says pheromones, so your natural scent. But this person, like they could have literally like walked past someone and smelt you, right? And it just started like that's specific. Well, that could have happened to you of recent too. Or maybe they found something of yours and it had your scent on it, right? Oh, that just flicked on me. That's important. One day. They're in that. Is it right person, wrong time? If it's meant to be, it'll be. I just think you're in replay right now. One more. Oh. I'm seeing that as on and off, on and off, on and off. And you can see it with this. But your light turned off. What's that song? I'll keep my light on. What is it? I'll keep my light on. Why didn't I hear that? The porch light? What's... I don't know who sings it. I don't know how the song goes, but I know it's a song. Wondering, have you kept your light on? Right, collective. Oh, God, one more. Do you still care? Do you still care? They know they need to step outside of their comfort zone, but again, this person would have control issues, things that they can't control, and they wouldn't probably even know it. As soon as they feel out of control, they're like, little hermit going back into its shell. Unexplainable. I can't explain how deep I feel for you. It just reminded me of kind of a, I'm not going to lie, 20 energy. Let's get one more. Depressed. You can feel it. And your kind heart. I don't think you realize maybe how sad this person really is. So many things you're spinning in your mind, but if you really knew the sadness and you knew, like depression, that's sad. In their feelings, crying. I know you've been hurt. But again, I always say you don't know what's happening in the rooms you're not in, right? And this person seems to be able to wear quite a tough mask. Again, they clearly don't like to show you what's going on in the depth, right? That's something they need to heal. I'm going to get emotion cards for you and for this person quickly. All right, let's see you guys. Now this is your true emotion here, your soul's emotion. Or do I get them first because I'm playing with their cards? This person's emotion, depth of emotion for his spirit. Their true soul's emotion, the distance. Oh, sad. So it is, they're sad. Low, unhappy, melancholy, down, troubled, disappointed, upset. This is let down. They could feel let down, especially because they feel like they don't have control. But that's not the right outlook, right? They could be feeling let down by you right now, but they need to realize why. Why they feel you've let them down. What behavior has happened? This last row is great, the self-reflection, right? Trying to come into balance. What behavior of theirs has now put your wall up? That's the depth they need to get into. Because right now, I'm going to be honest, I feel this person's feeling a bit sorry for themselves, right? Which is sad. When we're in that fog of depression, we're not focusing on anyone else but ourselves and our pain. And that in this collective, I don't want to say you're in, but right now you're focusing on your pain, right? Rejected. So I'm sure I said I feel this person has a fear of rejection. So they do feel rejected by you. Turned down, discarded, you don't want them anymore. You're ignoring them, you've shut them out. You're going to say no. And look at them stuck, blue, throat. Have you been having an itchy throat, a sore throat, breathlessness? Especially before you go to sleep, I'm seeing someone trying to cough out, like, you know when you're trying to cough out phlegm? I know that sounds gross. Why am I seeing that? Maybe, like, before you're going to sleep, but it's not coming out. That you've moved on, silent treatment. But this is also them. Indirect hostility, silent treatment. That they're the ones that are, you're finally doing what you want, whatever, right? Moved on, you're focusing on other things, you're unaffected. And this collective, that's your focus though. That is your focus. So I'm out of here, right? And I get it. Look, you don't have any red blocks, but the biggest thing for this collective, and it's healthier for your soul because you're such a kind soul, it's your connection to humanity. The more you harbor onto this and don't let it tarnish your soul, right? Just focus on yourself. Get that flame back. Okay. Oh, that's good. You got them reflecting on that. This shameless, I do what I want, we're in control. So they are going into reflection of their behavior. They never gave you the time of day. I hate this card. you don't like it, that's your problem. That kind of my way or the highway, right? Remember the very first part, you're like, why don't they get it? Right? This is good. Extremely forward, the sexual energy. Maybe they're going over that, a bit embarrassed for that as well, especially if you called them out on that. How they haven't had empathy or shame when it comes to this situation. But attached, they're probably questioning, am I going delusional? Limerence, fixation, clinging on, bond, strong fondness. It feels like love. They can't detach right now. All right. Let's get you guys trapped. Stuck, wanting to get out. Again, it's the suffocation of emotion. It's overwhelming them. All right, let's see you guys. So depth of your soul. How you really feel. I knew it, because you're a forgiving person. That was you. I don't want to put forgiveness on I don't want to put kindness on the table, right? You know what it is right now, because you have endured and excused so much, so you're getting your strength back. But right in the depth of your soul, this is how we truly forgive and forget, because when we're holding on to what you're holding on to, it harbors, we talk about it all the time. This is why the universe is saying, just do you, right? Let us take care of this. This is wanting to build a bridge, wanting to reconcile, forgive and forget. We all make mistakes, but this is where, unfortunately, very first card, you've had this outlook for so long, but you had this outlook before you were ready to actually give this outlook. Okay, broken record, healed empath, unhealed empath. An unhealed empath is drawn to the chaos, is drawn to the broken bird, is drawn to the one that they need to fix, right? So they endure, because they're broken. They're broken. So they're drawn to the chaos. Healed empath, where true empathy comes. You see someone's behavior, right? But you know that if you stay around for that person's behavior, Six of Pentacles, first start of this reading, that doesn't align with me, but I can't judge you for the path that you're on. I can't judge you for it. But I do not agree with your actions and behavior. But I'm going to walk away from this situation, whoever it may be, family, friends, work colleague, whatever, strangers, whatever. Because I don't want to judge you for the path you're choosing. That's not my place to judge you. But if I stay around, I'm not going to be able to understand you, right? And that's going to make me triggered by you. So I'm going to choose to walk away with grace, show you true empathy by understanding, not judging, true empathy. I'm going to choose to walk away because I don't want to blame you for your behavior. And the only way I can't blame you for your behavior is by not accepting your behavior. Where the unhealed empath is drawn to this rubbish because they are unhealed themselves and they think, oh, chaos, right? Make the transition, because even right now in the depth of your soul, with everything that's been done, and this is probably why you're saying to yourself, I'm not going to be kind, because everything in your body still wants to be. This is why just focus on yourself right now, right? The failure of this, how it felt. This is very sad. This is about I never get to write good things. I don't think it's that. It's the failure of it, because you're in so much reflection of your behavior and what you've excused, right? So you can see even in I think there's a bit of scarcity in you as well. If you do bring down your boundary, is this just going to fail again? So again, this is why just focusing on self, it's going to clear out this emotion, because even in your internal, it's the 50-50, right? You're hurt, and you're allowed to be hurt. You're allowed to be hurt, but don't move through your hurt, because that's when it ends up being triggered and explosive. And this collective, you know it, that's why you're putting distance here, right? I felt it, and I've never felt it in a collective. You are judging them, even in the depth of yourself, because you're judging yourself. I always say, how we fill up our cup, we fill up others. You are judging yourself. Why did I do this? Why did I do that? But the sad thing is, you're literally judging this person right now. Character, the negativity, shame for decisions, criticizing. That was an important detail. Don't make it fit. We've got to clear this out, because that's the real you. That's your connection to humanity. But because of everything, unfortunately, excused from unhealed empath, now what's overtaking your soul when it comes to them and how you truly feel? Right? More negativity than positivity. And this is why they would be feeling, oh, they're just going to reject me. Because this collective, you probably would. You're disappointed. And disappointed with yourself. But calm. But it's not, again, just cosmic trigger. So it's not in a complete, this is good. You're trying to find peace. You don't want to be disturbed right now. This says unworried, anxiety. I don't think you are anxious. I really don't think so. That's why when I read that row, I'm like, I don't know if that's this collective. I think it's all the cosmic energy. It's trying to show you a lesson, right? But you don't have one red card here. Not one red card. I know I'm picking your energy with a fine-tooth comb because I'm trying to get you to see the lesson in it, right? But even that first part, the strength you're finding, the biggest thing is just to not do it in, right? But you are. I feel it. I feel it in this collective. You're at a point you're finally seeing things that you should have seen a long time ago. But now that you're seeing things with all of the built up resentment in you, it's just a little bit harsh, right? I don't think you're being tested with impulse. Okay. I want to see quickly just how the universe is viewing your heart space. Like the connection, both of you. Or do I get a priestess card first? I want to get a priestess card first. Hold on, let me clear this up. You know what I just want to get a couple of these little baby animal cards for this person. Just 3, please. The humming, that's my bird of miracles, the hummingbird. Knowing where to go to gather sweet nectar. Open your heart to allow more joy and love in. Show your loved ones how you truly feel. This is the animal energy activating in them. It's reason. The kangaroo. Even if you can't see the path right now, keep moving forward and don't look back. That's that yellow energy encouraging them. That's why it's so important you clear your mindset right now. The chicken. I just saw all my dad's chickens then. He's got like 40 of them. Scratch the surface of your emotion to see what lies underneath. Are you responding to a situation from your heart or from your ego? This is where they're going into reflection of self-doubt and worthiness, the balance. So it's happening, but just slowly. But it's perfectly designed for both of you because you're slowly transitioning too. The panda. All right. Let's get you a high priestess card, them one. The wings. Remember your wings of grace. All right. Collective. Oh, that's way too many. You got 3. Did you hear that toot? Horses. Transformation, rebirth. Where's the little book to this? I have to find where did I put the book? Oh, is it because I used it yesterday? There it is. Maybe you were looking for a book. Thoth, that came out yesterday for yesterday's collective. The power of your divine wisdom and knowledge. You don't see the world like other people see the world. Remember that old belief system. Okay, you guys have got Mount Sinai. True ascension, divine revelation, absolute oneness, and all of that gold energy. I'm just going over your first part because it seems so like 3D, but then again, I think you're finally standing in your boundaries, but you're seeing things. All right, this person. Pandora's box. Stop it. I didn't even know. When aligned with the Metatron's frequency of purity, divine will, like the divine will, get it? And alignment to the coherent frequency of light, Pandora's box reveals the infinite gifts, miracles, and soul powers you were always meant to unlock, allowing you to open up the real multi-dimensional hecka magic of light. That's actually a good blurb. I'm always like, don't open Pandora's box, right? Well, before you're ready to. That makes sense. They're getting into Pandora's box, but this seems very positive. But you want to be careful because I allocate that with this person checking on you. Sun energy. I always tell you guys, stay away from spying, right? Because you open things, you see things that your soul is not ready to see. But by the looks of this card, this person's ready to see something here. Divine magic, divine miracles, soul gifts, mystery unlocking. You've already achieved that mystery, this collective. You're in true ascension. Divine revelation. Absolute oneness. Why does that have such a big blurb on it? Is that like a trump card in this? A, B, C, D. Oh, because there's no thing for Pandora's box here. They don't even have a message for Pandora's box in here. Priestess Gate or the pyramids. You know what? I'm hearing message in itself, right? Because this, I think they're powerful, but there's so much about, like, it's a very big explanation, and then there's how to embody the energy, and then there's a ritual, like how to activate the card within you. The fact that there's not an actual page for this, that's powerful, because it's already like activated in them. They don't need to affirm it. They don't need to do some form of something. That's good. When aligned within the Metron's frequency of purity, divine will and alignment, the coherent frequency of light, divine will and alignment. And remember, they're masculine cards. They really could be tapping in. So your ascension is so positive right now. And they had the manifestation flame. Pandora's box reveals the infinite gifts, miracles, and soul's powers. But when you're in the right energy to receive, opening the box beforehand, danger. We love that. Okay, you guys. Mount number 23, 106. So 5, 23 could be important, or first of the 6, 6 of the first. So 5 and 7 come to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Beautiful, which comes to 3. 106. Beloved soul, you stand at the top of holy mountain Sinai. Standing at the top of the mountain in your nakedness of spirit, having shed the ego and all that you once were. Why am I seeing someone doing a naked rain dance in nature? I do it. This sacred mountain called you into the deepest surrender. It's time to truly surrender. Just focus on self. Where all identities dissolve into the pure light of consciousness. I said it. Consciousness. When you guys break down words, it's easier for me to learn. I said it. Like Moses before you, you have climbed through your own wilderness, releasing layer after layer. I said that about divines. You get stuck on the layer. Identities and beliefs until only your own essence remains. And this is why it's such a focus to relieve this rubbish of external. Just focus on self. This state right here is your holy ground where heaven meets earth within you. In this special moment of ego death, Sophia Christ consciousness approaches with gifts of divine revelation. You have walked through the fire of transformation. Letting go. If you have walked through darkness, know that you are not broken. You're in your 3D belief system, right? Because you're finally finding your boundaries. But this is where we say you guys break free from that. All the relation, this, that, if they wanted to, they will, they're in a void, they're this, that. That is all the rubbish you guys break free from, right? But right now, because you're finding your strength, don't categorize behavior. Just focus on you. You've done it. This collective, you've done it. You won't put up with again. So now let's not focus on it, right? 66 days of self. Every time your mind starts to gravitate, you, right? Don't, good or bad. They don't need a thought right now. Let them open their Pandora's box. That feels so weird saying that because I'm always like, don't open Pandora's box. You're going through a true ascension, a crowning period. This divine revelation has come, this time for a reason, but now let's remove the negativity on top of it. It doesn't serve you. Doesn't serve you. And I ain't gonna lie, they got a very good card. And the sun is at the bottom there. Okay. Universe. I want 2 decks. I want our 2 beautiful. Okay, we're gonna get these 2. I'm looking at those unspoken oracles. I feel I need a bit of them, and then we're gonna get into ego. Around your heart space, let go of it. It is all coming from actions from a place of fear. It really is. Fear of the unknown. It's meant to be unknown though. You don't need to overthink about the unknown. What's around the corner? You don't need it. Who cares? Who cares? Focus on what you have control on. Oh, did you see that? That wanted to come out, but it didn't. Universe. Who cares? Trust in the universe. This is them around your heart space. Trust in the universe. Trust in divine timing. Your ego comes up. It's fear of the unknown. Home life. Focus on comfort, safety. Again, the organization. What structure you're starting to create for your internal self and really understanding your values, soul, all of this stuff, you are on the verge of building that beautiful, unconditionally loving, just that safety in your home, right? You're building a very good foundation here. Someone attached to you or not, what you're going through, beautiful. But fear, let's get rid of that. There is fear. So the more you focus on it, because you think it's strength, it's fear. Strength, you wouldn't even give this a second thought. It wouldn't matter. You've made your decision. I always tell you guys, when you're overthinking, that's coming from something you need to heal. And this is why I say, when you're overthinking, go outside. Go outside, get a pen and paper, write down what you're overthinking about. Then reflect what you're overthinking about back into trauma, what they're trying to get you to heal within. Is it something that's affecting your abandonment, your codependence, your fear of outcome, fear of what you cannot see? Is it fear of success, right? Fear of intimacy? Like, where is it coming from? Where is the overthinking coming from? What is it within? See the lesson in the overthinking mind, because it relieves the fear. This collective, it's genuinely fear of what's around the corner for both of you. Commitment, anxiety, scared, concerned. So this is why, again, 66 days, most important message. That's going to clear this out. Water sign emotions running high. You could be a water sign, they could be, but this could take a few more months. Maybe this transition's been brewing over the past few months, but I am seeing emotion running high here. Maybe we get that moon deck. Ego, air sign, stuck in the mind, in your ego. So when you're stuck in the mind, what happens? Ego comes up. Stuck in the mind over communication. Yes, they could be an air sign, you could be. Or if you're both air signs, both stuck in your ego. But this could take a few weeks to really see properly. Okay, important memory here for you guys. March, April, and May. And I think the universe was at play in those months. So this was around your heart space. So even if there wasn't something, there was something magically being created. Rooms you're not in, those magical puzzle pieces moving on your board. The universe has been stirring something up. But also ego and pride could have been up at this time as well. Why did I just hear the 7th of April specifically? Okay. The universe is making you sad. To reflect, to find the lesson through the emotion. 3D is emotion, or we all get captive to. But what is the lesson behind the subconscious? What's the lesson of the emotion? The universe is protecting this, and there is something about mental health and depression, and you've got to trust. If this person is truly divine and special, but this brings up depression and because they haven't learnt the lessons that they need to, why would the universe let you guys together so you could make their depression worse, or vice versa, them for you? Just because you crave each other is clearly unhealthy for you both. It's not just you protected on this journey, it would be them too. The universe doesn't want your love to make each other, you have your own individual healing journeys. Trust the universe. Earth sign. You've got water, air, and earth here. But grounding, trust that the universe will ground this. Home. Whenever there's a lot of signs, that means there's a bit around other people. So they got the third party and you as well about influence. Timing, trust, divine timing. Have patience when it comes to this beautiful unconditionally loving space you're building. It starts with you first. To have that beautiful structure in your sanctuary. But side note, there could be moving as well. Okay. Don't make it fit. There is something about social media and fear. And I'm going back to not my usual type. And I'm like, oh, did you mean on social media? Maybe. Especially because of that Pandora's box that came out. If there is, just be careful what you're posting. And but then again, be your authentic self. There's something with anxiety and fear when it comes to social media. They could be checking your following or watching your stories or your post that, like, I feel maybe let's get one more, or that could be you on them. This causes conflict. It triggers them. Something about your social media triggers them, causes arguing, fighting, internal struggles, because it activates fear. So they as well, maybe that needs to heal. Insecurities, jealousy, that doesn't work in relationships, right? So, water sign, separation, fresh start when your emotions are centered. New beginning, start. One more. After what? 66, self-love. Fill your cup up. Fill your cup up. Don't have an expectation of time, or just focus on you, right? Commitment. It's nice. Believe in you right now. Whenever they're popping up, just you. Let's just get 5 of these. Perfect timing. Timing is everything. It'll come just in time, an opportune moment, or it's reminding me of yesterday. What a waste. Wasting your half in, half out. The yin and yang differences, opposites attract, but storm-proof. Hold on, I want one more for waste of time. It is a waste of your time right now, though. 100%. You shouldn't be focusing on it. You should trust. Feeling protective, you are safe, means no harm. It's safe for you to try. But your biggest message is clear this person out, good or bad. It's just to start creating the habit of not thinking about it, not putting energy into it, right? Replace the habit with choosing yourself. Every time it's coming over you, choose self, right? It doesn't work straight away. 21 days to create, 66 days to imprint. You have to stay on top of it, right? You have to replace this negative habit for a positive habit, and your positive habit is self-love. One more for what a waste. Cherry on. This is why. Just let your icing come in. There's no point it's out of your control. Something extra special, better than you expected, making it better, perfection. Don't focus on negativity. One more for your top row. Oh, you got the golden ticket, our little Willy Wonka. You could be eating chocolate. A lucrative opportunity, access to love. This is your last card though. All doors opening, power and right to enter. Perfect timing, golden ticket. Let's get through this rubbish first. Before this comes, it's the trust. It's the trust that is needed. Okay. I'm hearing that. I think I'm addicted. And your lips on my lips. What's that song? It's a house song. Oh, I'm hearing a couple of songs in this. So perfect timing. Things aren't going to plan because the timing meant to be kept apart. Difficult in life, manifestation block, all of it. It's all coming to timing because you need your own healing paths so you don't make each other's triggers worse. And we say true twinny, you come in as twins, broken mirrors, triggering mess, more triggering than karmics to ascend to divine light, both of you, divine counterparts to divine beings. Trust in the universe. But this is what happens when you endure, you go into the belief system. So instead of trusting in the magic and understanding it's all veiled, and this is why I tell you guys, let go sooner rather than later. When you hold on, because that's what you're in right now. 3D, I should be treated better. I've mistaken my kindness for weak, and I'm not making fun of you, but this is why you forget. We were destined to go apart. We were triggering messes. We need to heal. I'm not going to open the door for anything less than I deserve. So all of those moments have popped up on your phone and you're like, oh, hey. And all they've done is been an absolute if you knew this sooner rather than later, you would never have opened the door in the first place. I deserve better. But this journey is to teach you self-love. And that's what they do. Burn you till you find your self-love. This collective, you've been burnt for the last time, but now let's really knuckle in on focusing on self-love. Every time you're thinking about them, because now it's become a habit, every time you're thinking about them, no, I'm going to replace that negative habit for a good habit. My good habit is choosing self. Make sense? So you're not stuck in this 3D rubbish outlook anymore. But it's too late for this collective. You've now built the resentment. And this is why I always tell you guys, let go sooner rather than later. So we don't get to this point. Because you guys, this whole journey is to break free from that rubbish outlook that we're taught through the schooling system, through the hierarchy, parent, all of it. It's just rubbed on us to make us robots of judgmental, opinionated, broken people, right? You guys are not that. Just remember that. Timing made it like this so you could heal. Not good. But actually, I am seeing this as good. Not this get a taste of their own medicine. Activation. Look what they're going through. Itchy throat, itchy throat. Unblocking throat chakra. Karma bites back, karmic cycles. No, but they're finally, because you found your strength, now you have to stay in it. What are they being given? The magical Pandora's box of miracle activation. What you guys, I always say you guys are a walking miracle. And again, another 3D outlook. Oh, I hope they're getting karma. I hope they're getting towers. I hope they're getting this. The judgment, the opinions, right? Butterflies. Yin and yang. Feeling butterfly. Oh, this is nice. Nervous around you. Start of new. New when you both are new. Truly into you. Stormproof. Oh, I've never seen this card. What a gem. A keeper. Irreplaceable. Standing. Oh, this says stand out from the rest. I was about to say standing the test of time. But married. Marriage material. Stormproof. There you go. You need belief in it. So golden ticket opportunities. Oh, the delayed gratification. It'll come. The unfinished business. One more. It's a pretty shitty card. I guess that's what you want to be removed, though. In time. This comes first. But even when it comes, take your time. Love grows slowly. The right love does. It blossoms. It does need time. Let things flow. Standing tall. Honeymoon. The tea. All right. You could be drinking a nice cup of chamomile tea. Chamomile and rose tea. It's my favorite. Okay. We're going to get tarot. This is another deck I ordered. So this is called the Lover's Tarot in Separation. And I got the one that's in love as well. She's got two. Divine Moon Empress. Same lady on Etsy. Okay. Three for you. Three. Or do I get different decks? No, I'm going to get the same deck. Collective. Oh, world. So you really are going through a completion. This has got proper things, I'm assuming, about separation. But I always tell you guys this. Whatever you've done here, whatever you last did with this person, it has reclaimed your strength. But I always say it takes time to really, really break bad cycles, right? And there's a reason I say everything. I do think you're going to be tested with this boundary a little bit, but you've got the strength to do it, so you don't need to focus on it. You don't need to focus on when it's going to happen again or when this is going to... You don't need to focus on it. Focus on your wholeness. Focus on your emotional accomplishments to date, right? Focus on success right now. You're generating a force field of energy around you, so focus on the good things because you've got this force of energy around you. Perfect time to bring in glowing threads when your mindset's right? This says completed a soul and life lesson. Staring at that compass. You know, compasses were here before time, like clocks. That's how they used to, it was compasses. Maybe you've got an antique compass. But a lot of worldly energy. You could be kind of a I've seen that Six of Pentacles, humanitarian, or you could be a traveler. This person could be, or you're wanting to travel. Number 21. Oh, sorry. You know how I've allocated Five of Wands, the perceptions and the certain truth. So you are in your truth of hurt right now, and so are they. And this is why also you need to trust in this. You right now are shining in my way or the highway. If you know it or not, this wouldn't have come out otherwise. So this is why, and I know what you've been through, right? But again, you need to trust in perfect timing. Something about your self-esteem, I don't want to say is low, but this clearly has knocked your confidence, right? This is struggling to accomplish goals. Just as I said, this is the perfect time to charge right now. You're a force. So focusing on yourself every day is the most important message. It's time, because even the universe is saying don't be distracted right now by you and what you need to achieve. Your self-love, your cup, because that's their biggest block too. One more for you. Embrace the change. You're starting the new path now. And that is my little traveler, but that is my lovable rogue, my free spirit. You are getting your sparkle back. And be spontaneous. I was tossing up between saying spontaneity and spontaneous. Even if it's just, you know, throughout once a day or once a week, do something you wouldn't normally do, right? You're driving, you think, oh, I want to go there. Like, just get that sparkle back, right? Or pack up your bags if you've got a weekend, or go for a little road trip. Do something spontaneous. But you're getting your little sparkle back. There's change on its way, but even change of self right now. Let's get one more for you guys. Oh, and I just noticed it's the caterpillar going through its cocooning phase, right? Next stop, what happens? Wings. You've probably gone through a whole heap of cocooning phases. But just as we come out of our chrysalis, what happens? Our wings are crumpled. They're crumpled. We've got to learn how to fly in the new chapter again. Slow and steady. You know what book I'm seeing? Do you remember the little caterpillar book, and every page it would eat through a piece of fruit? That's what I'm seeing. What was that called? That book, and the little fish with all the, how it was so, and it wouldn't give its scales away, right? It wouldn't let anyone have its scales. It was the prettiest fish, and then by the end of it, it gave all its scales. So all of the little fishies had one glittery scale. Important message. Okay, there's a mutual agreement here. Soul contract, I'm seeing that as. But right now, Four of Swords, period. You're recalibrating, right? I've been getting tongue-tied so much of recent. You're in your healing. You're in a rest period, right? Something with your soul contract being activated right now. You're lucky you got this world charging this through. This is good. All right, let's see this person. Oh, struggling to let things go. We know that. What? Well, it's true. This says I want to offer you solid commitment. I don't think they're at an Ace of Pentacles yet. Because, okay. Like I said, I do think this person's going to try and test your boundaries a couple times. But I do genuinely think they want to offer you something solid, right? They want to fix this. But I do think there's a bit of fear. I'm overwhelmed with life, the balance of it. It's in them, but it's still bubbling, right? And this is why I think this person's going to test you a little bit a couple times. Not intentionally, but you've got to remember they have doubt, fear of rejection. They have all of that rubbish, and they are overwhelmed with life. This is why it's so important. You're not overwhelmed by life. You're organized. You're onto it. You're loving life, right? And trusting perfect timing. This comes down to your soul contract. No one's the exception. I'm ready to compromise with you. Dedicated for you. Eight of Pentacles, putting in that dedication. Letting go of the past and focusing on the future, right? When it's time. Breathe. Your mostly here is about self. Yours is more, even though this is a separation, this is about self, embracing the change around you, focusing on this, focusing on that. Again, so self-love. Theirs is a lot focusing about you right now. It's just this. How will life work? How will the crossroads that they're on. to come forward to you. They know they need to dedicate. It can't be flaky, right? So this makes sense with why they'd be thinking about life decisions, obligations, third party attachments, right? Responsibilities. One more. Two more. I would like to apologize. When it's time, it'll come. Oh my God, Two of Cups. Our love is unconditional. I have faith that everything is going to work out. They're so soul focused on you. So keep soul focusing on yourself. Just keep doing it. Very nice. And the swannies, the reflection. What a good picture for Two of Cups. I love that. This is nice. You will see change. You will see change. I'm getting a good feeling from this person. They're not a blocked mess. Which I need to confirm, not yesterday's collective. Yesterday's collective, that was a gremlin. That was a gremlin. All right. I don't want to get you guys timing cards. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to get 5 of these. I'm looking at them, but no, and then I'm going to finish with just a message for you. Sweep out the unwanted stuff. That's what's happening right now. Removing all the unwanted stuff. A purge, a clean sweep. This is unavoidable. Deleting the old. Total makeover to restore harmony. Trust in the universe. This is important. Financial path is important for both of you. Again, just focusing on self and the changes ahead. I don't want to say large quantities of money, but just your pentacle path, right? We know what's about to happen with this, but don't focus on it. So the sudden, unexpected, ripping off don't be ripping off no band-aid though. Just, this is why they want you to find your grace. Your soul contract, lovers. Don't be tempted by the old. Crossroads is about to appear here. You now know what you deserve, right? What we said in the other part. Just don't endure. The reconciliation, stop it. Over explaining, or it's not about any of it, right? You now know what aligns and what doesn't. Just don't put energy into it. However you want to deal with it, you will know. You've come through a world. Don't focus on it. Don't focus on it. Just don't be tempted to the old. I'm gonna have to confirm these now. Harmony, beauty, reconciliation, a gift, expression, but warmth, openness. When it's time, you will know. That's another thing I tell you guys. You will know when it's time. They lock in. Shadow self. This is what needs to be removed. The belief system, right? The things that are gripping you. The whole theme of this reading. So that's your first row. That's what you need to get through first. Okay. 15th of November could be an important date. And by doing it, focus on birthright. Focus on pentacle path. Focus on creative outlet. Focus on you. Oh, expect the unexpected. You could have an influx. I always say when doors are opening, they open in other avenues as well. Expect the unexpected. There could be something big that comes just before all this as a confirmation. There's a big door opening. Let's get one more for that. That's good. Oh, have you been sitting in complicated... Oh, that could be them because they're juggling. If you've been sitting in any complicated circumstances, or you feel like the effort you've been putting in is not being achieved, or you know what I am hearing as well, there could be a hiccup. Hold on, I want one more before I say that. I was more seeing them because there's something they need to not, something that overwhelms them in life. They might be going, trust in the divine with it. I'm feeling a bit of both here. I do feel there's a path that they're on that blocks them, that they shouldn't be on. And when we keep ignoring our intuition, what happens? Something comes in to knock it away so we can get into forward movement. When you guys first activate, the universe removes everything that's holding you back. If they've just opened Pandora's box, what's going to happen? Everything's going to be removed that holds them back to keep them focused, right? So whatever comes unexpected, trust in the divine. This is, I felt first something very positive, but then I started drifting to them. So it could even be one of you something positive, other a little bit hurt, right? Either way. But trust. Don't worry. I'm glad that came. No fear for that. Don't have fear. But this unexpected, don't worry, be happy. A leap of faith is coming. Okay, a change in direction, prosperous energy approaches. 10th of the 5th, 5th of the 10th. Lovers. Oh, this is good. This hasn't come out for ages. The butterfly, reinventing yourselves as the cocooning we just said. Metamorphose, be open, embrace the change, evolution of the soul, do things differently. Rising up, again, reinventing yourself. 23rd of June, could have been important. Temperance over your reconciliation, patience, balance, moderation. The squirrel, there could be some things coming to light, but let it unfold. This is also a very frugal energy. Just don't obsess, be mindful. But 18th of September. Through all the miscommunication, be prepared for anything. But again, this is why you need to, they're giving you space to let go of some of your frustration and anger, and giving this person right now what's happening individually in your energies. Just because you can't see it, it's going to make sure your next point of communication isn't so all right, I'm just going to get you, I just want to get you a universal message, and then I'm going to finish off with one of those wisdom oracles for you guys and your connection. It's in you. Face your, let go of your fears. You're overthinking. Shake, release, and move on from the negativity. If anyone starts this 66 day, come back in 66 days, right? And write it. Write it in the video that comes up in 66 days. And let everybody know how good you feel after doing 66 days of it. It'll change your life. Number 27. Oh, of course. But stop focusing on it. Your prayers are about to be answered. Your buffalo energy, your tenacity, never, and your beautiful bee energy, your community, the things that make you happy. We're going to get one of them too. Who cares when they're going to be? They're already answered. Live in that gratitude. Embrace the life you already have. Reclaim your power, your true state of being, your internal feminine stillness and energy. You're reclaiming true strength right now. 27th of the 12th, 25th of the 12th. Christmas could have been an important time. Listen to all the cockatoos. It's a flock. They go over the house every... Your destined path. You're aligned. Destiny is calling. Believe. Magnetize through gratitude. Number 35. Okay. Number 8. Karmic clearing. Infinite energy. Cannot be escaped. And abundance. This says karma. As you sow, so shall you reap. Karma is harmonious balance that bridges the conscious and the unconscious, the material and the spiritual. Be mindful and intentional about your thoughts and actions as they hold the power to shape your experience. Perfect. That's the whole master manifestor at the bottom. Crows, spiders. Be intentional. Be mindful. This is why they want you to focus just your day at hand, right? Remember that justice curtain, purple curtain, good, bad karma, life lessons, integrity. Just move forward with self, balance. You're seeing a lot of 8 everywhere right now. This is why everyone thinks when they see 888, oh, abundance. No. They're telling you, you could be in a personal year 8. This person could be. Time to stand in power, mindful, reclaim. Don't get trapped in that rubbish belief system 85% of the population is. 911, 11th of September, 9th of November. You're going through a transition. You could be seeing 911 a lot as well as an angel number. Telling what time is it now? Your tumultuous period will soon come to a close, and the crest of new beginnings and change answers being. And it's funny, I've put shake release over the mindset. This is clearly prayers will be answered. Destiny. You can't, it's not your ego's time, it's divine's time. It's when your energy's right. New beginnings and change will sweep over you. Your guidance and angels extend a guiding hand, encouraging you to reinvent yourself. 66 days of change. And rise above obstacles by taking purposeful steps towards your brilliant future and self. It's your destiny. One more. This is another deck from Etsy. I mentioned it the other day, what it's called. I don't remember now. Number 4, Emperor Strength, stability, a solid foundation, reclaim your power. With every step you take, you are strengthening your roots and your foundation. Your unwavering beliefs are propelling you towards boundless success. Your angels encourage you to stay centered and grounded. With steadfast devotion and persistence, you will bring your long-term aspirations to fruition. Believe. 8th of the 4th, 4th of the 8th, 84, 808. All right, my loves. It was good. I still can't believe all of your golden energy right now. Don't let murky things muck it up. Okay. Charmies. You got a lot. You got a lot. Your oh my God, you got all 3 of my bells. The perseverant bell, the communication bell, and the love bell. Your perseverance will pay off. You could have just got a pet collar or a new pet, or they lost their collar. Trust in the, you got the divine, you got St. Jude, not a lost cause, and you got the Holy Grail here. Embrace, believe, you are one with the Creator. Sovereignty. Sovereignty, golden elixir. Remember, no one's you are your savior. You are your completion. The answers reside within. Just focus on being the best version of you every day. The best version of you. That's all you need to focus on. And then we flicked an initial B. What does Kelly say? Be the change you want to see, or something. Is that what she says? That's powerful. Be the change you want to see. Eye of Ra, Eye of Horus, High Priestess deck, Ancient Egypt, luck and protection, baby butterfly, crimple for your next expansion. 5, powerful transformation, lightning, both of my light. I think you're both going through a lightning period, but these are my rapid moving charms. So just who cares about the time? Your energy balance, gray. You could be wearing a lot of gray intuitively. Colors create an energy around us. You're balancing. Pisces, Aquarius, crescent moon and stars. The next crescent moon could be an important phase. Next full moon or new moon. Perseverance, elephant. But luck is on your elephants, could be an important sign. P. You had BP, that's a service station in Australia. Actually, do we have BPs anymore? Why am I hearing a servo? You're fueling yourself up. You're recharging your battery. You got my little froggy candle wax. It's in the shape of a frog. You could be hearing a lot of frogs encouraging you to heal. But I always say, if you find a frog in your house, your life is about to change. There's a reason I got called to say that to you guys. New beginning in love. You got the pink heart with the white border and white candle wax. You could read candle wax, candle flames, candle magic. 20th of the 1st, 6th of the 1st, 1st of the 6th, 12th of the 1st, 1st of 121 angel number, 9, closing out a chapter. 7th of the 2nd, 2nd of the 7th, 27th of November, 1/1/11/11, true inner identity, destiny. And then 69, 20 number, angel number. That reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune, good and bad karma. All right. I love you guys. Positive 66 days. Love yous.